and welcome back to County Forum. Our next group of candidates are seeking the office of Mayor of the City of Murray. The position of Mayor is the Chief Executive Officer of the city. Working hand in hand with the City Council, the Mayor oversees the city budget, management, and the day-to-day operation of city government. Additionally, the Mayor works on behalf of the city in the recruitment of and welcoming of new business and industry. Unlike a party primary, the mayor's race is a nonpartisan one, with the two candidates receiving the most votes in the May primary meeting again in the November general election. Our candidates for mayor are Mr. F.T. Butch Seargant, Mr. Greg Lawson, Mr. George Ed Pete Waldrop, and Mr. Bill Cherry. Welcome, gentlemen. We're glad to have you. Mr. Shuffett, if you would begin our question.
Gentlemen, the mayor's office in Calloway County, or in Murray, has traditionally been considered a part-time job, perhaps until the last term of Holmes Ellis, who had the advantage of being able to devote all of his time until he became ill. The council, in its wisdom, has now raised the salary of mayor to $15,000 a year, not a huge amount, but more than the $5,000 plus expenses before, which leaves us somewhere between a full-time and a part-time mayor. So I guess my logical question would be, how much time do you intend to devote on a daily basis to the office of mayor if you're elected?
Thank you, Chuck. That question has come up several times during the campaign. I have worked for the City of Murray off and on for the last 8 years. I've worked with the Planning and Engineering Department. The time that I spend with the city now is actually on a consulting basis, and I spend every morning working with the city. If I'm elected mayor, that time will be spent working as mayor before I even think about the rest of the time. I will spend whatever time necessary to be mayor of the City of Murray. I've set my business up over the past 2 years planning to run for this office. I have people very capable of taking care of my affairs in my business, and I plan to be a full-time mayor and will spend, like I said, every minute necessary to be the mayor of the City of Murray. Not only will it take the daily time necessarily to run the daily operation of the city, but the mayor will have to spend a lot of time at meetings. He will have to spend a lot of time in Frankfurt, in regional meetings. There's an awful lot of demand for the mayor of this city, and I want the people to understand that this job is a very serious job, and it does take an awful lot of time. It's not just a matter of shaking hands and cutting ribbons. Thank you.
I plan on devoting my entire career to being a mayor. I ran 4 years ago for mayor, and I've been planning for 4 years again to run mayor. I plan on being a senator or a congressman someday in the future on down the road. I also need a job. I'm currently employed with the Black Book car guide out of Gainesville, Georgia. I'm an automotive research engineer. I plan on quitting that job and devoting 100% to the mayor, to being a mayor.
Mr. Wall.
I think that the mayor's position and the job that the mayor does will be based on demand in many cases. We have excellent department heads, and I think that utilizing the department heads properly will give the mayor time to do some of the things that are more that are important as far as getting funding for the community and getting organizing programs. I will not be aware of a 40-hour week. I have a couple of three businesses now, and if I so chose, I could devote full 40 hours a week to each of my businesses almost. So I don't know that we can define the exact number of hours that it'll take. But I do think that it's an important job, and I'm very interested in being the mayor of Murray.
The mayor is a full-time job. When I filed for mayor, the salary was $9,000 a year, and I still would have performed a full-time for doing the job. I think it's a little bit unfair that we've raised the salary $6,000 since we filed. This should have been done before filing time. There might have been some other candidates out there who would have been interested in a full-time job at $15,000. So I think we made a mistake with doing that. But I've been willing. I think if you're going to manage a $9 million budget, then you're going to have to be there and be on the job every day. And there's so many things that goes on in the mayor's job. For example, there's promotion and so forth. You're going to be on the road a lot, even to Frankfurt, Washington, and so forth, secure money for the city. So I don't think you can operate doing some other job or some other occupation.
As mayor of the city of Murray, it would be important that you communicate with the people of Murray. They have a chance to speak with you, and that you would speak back to them. I noticed about a week ago that Jerry Montgomery, mayor of Paducah, had a mayor's night in which she allowed the public to come in her office and talk to her individually for 15 minutes apiece. When you, if you are elected mayor of the city of Murray, would you be willing to sponsor something like a mayor's night in, or what plan do you have for communications with the people of the city of Murray?
Okay. I would, well, I originally had thought on that issue that I know that the people, the reason I'm running is because I'm not informed as to what's going on. That's why I want to be there, to let the people that know. I know people that I've lived there all my life that doesn't know anything that goes on at town meetings, city halls, or anything. I think that's where a mayor should be able to talk to a publisher of a paper, of a periodical, a folder, or a bulletin. It wouldn't cost very much to put a thing in there every week what really went on. I don't know, who is on the city council now sends me a little thing every week what went on, what the issues are. And I try to decipher them, and sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But I think that a mayor ought to be able to inform, like I know Carol Hubbard has a call-in, just like you're talking about a mayor in Paducah. The people aren't informed as it is now, I see as one of the problems. And I guess like having a call-in, or having a mayor's night in, or a day in, or out, run some ads in the paper or something and say, this is what is taking place. This is what is actually going on in your town.
We have all of the meetings at City Hall are open to the public. Most of the time the media is there. Myself included, a lot of times, one reason we're misinformed is we do not take advantage of going to the public meetings. Everyone is invited. I think a weekly show, I think a weekly column in the paper, being informed is very important. And I think the television might be a possibility with one of our school systems, rotating between the school system, on the radio show, and the newspaper. The public needs to be informed because there are some big decisions to be made.
I think the mayor's idea is very good. I think there's other ways that we can communicate. For example, I think I'm on the senior citizens board of Murray and Calloway County. I'm on there because I'm a representative of the council, city council. And I think if we have 12 city councilmen, if we have those 12 on different groups and different boards out in the area where they can bring the city government to the people and at the same time bring back to the city government some of the problems that we have in the community. And this would, I think, would be the nitty-gritty of getting information back and forth. Some areas I'm thinking of right now are community theater. We need a person on that. That's one of the largest things as far as tourism promotion in this area. and the city and county is not doing a lot about promoting. I think we need to get involved in promotion with business leaders, civic leaders, and so forth. And I propose to get all the presidents of the civic clubs together and take the leadership as mayor to do, for example, maybe of a civic center in this area. I don't know the details yet, how we would finance it, but I think if we get together as one group and put some local effort in it, I think this is a possibility.